Most wedding pros think about Instagram as one more thing that they just have to get done. You have to post. So you post anything, something. It doesn't even matter, just to get something up and get it marked off of your to-do list so you don't have to think about it again for a few more days. The problem is this strategy, or lack of strategy, is a complete waste of your energy, and your time as the business owner would be better spent literally anywhere else. Am I telling you to get off of Instagram? No, I'm not telling you to get off of Instagram. It's the #1 organic resource for filling your funnel with ideal leads. What I am telling you is that you need to be using Instagram strategically to be the top of your funnel. And in this episode, I'm going to show you 3 strategies to fall in love with Instagram again and to start making sales right in the DMs. The first thing I want you to do is to reframe your mindset on what Instagram is. But to do that, we have to start with what Instagram is not. It is not a gallery of pretty photos, maybe of the work that you do and your team, where you post it and then you hope and you pray that someone comes across that photo and likes it so much that they decide to go out of that photo, click the link in your bio, and schedule a consultation. That is not what it is. Instagram is a powerful force that can fill your funnel with ideal couples when used strategically. It is the place where engaged couples are going and researching their vendors, often following you for months before they ever reach out. They want to know who you are, what you do. They do want to know what your work is, but they want to know why it's unique, what the experience of working with you is like with working with your team. They want to know what kind of reviews that you have, and if you're actually an expert in what you do. This is where they're doing their research, and this is where they will eventually reach out and want to work with you. So this has to become the #1 marketing source in your wedding business. It can't be somewhere where you just post a pretty picture with a silly caption that says something like, "Don't we all love Megan's veil?" and then lists all of the photos. That's not what we're doing. We are actually using Instagram like the powerful sales tool that it is, and we are posting strategically so that we can move people from an engaged follower to a paying client, all right there within the platform. So how do we do this? Hey there, CEO. If you're loving this video and you want to know more about how I help wedding pros double and even triple their revenue, I'd love for you to join us over in the Wedding Pro CEO Accelerator. It's my signature program for movers and shakers and driven CEOs to help them build profitable wedding businesses they actually love. This moves us to our next strategy, which is your profile. Let's think about you walking through a bridal show and you see all of these booths, tons and tons of booths, and you're deciding which ones you're going to stop at. And you see one that says literally a huge banner, and it just says the company name, exactly their name. And then underneath it is a sign that says, "Now booking 2024-2025 couples." And then on a table right nearby is a QR code, and it says, "Click here to book a consultation." Tell me how much you think you or anyone else is going to stop at that booth and ask to talk to that vendor. No one, literally no one. I don't even have to give you time to think about that, right? This is not a booth that's going to draw you in. Instagram is the exact same way. When couples are going onto Instagram and they're searching Ontario wedding DJ or San Diego wedding photographer or Orlando wedding planner, hundreds of other pros are coming up just like you. Hundreds of other pros. How are you going to stand out? If they get to your profile and it says your company name with maybe a one-liner about what you do, and then now booking 2024 couples, and then just a link to your homepage, they're going to bounce immediately because it's boring. They don't know if you serve them. They don't know where you're based out of. They don't know what's unique about working with you. They don't actually really 100% know what you do. And they certainly aren't going to click a link to your homepage and then figure out where to go from there. This is all super confusing to an engaged couple that's doing research. So how do we stop their scroll? A fully optimized profile has 4 things: what you do, where you do it, exactly who you do it for, and exactly what the next step in your sales process is. I have a completely free resource for you that you can go quickly download just by heading over to brandeegar.com/makeovermyprofile. We'll also include a link in the description below. Make sure that you click there, grab that free resource, and go through it step by step. I show you exactly how to optimize your profile so that you're not that booth at the bridal show that no one wants to stop at. I want everybody to be stopping on your profile and wanting to work with you. So go grab that resource. It's how to make over your Instagram profile. And this is going to help you to be fully optimized for 2024 so that you can start pouring those leads into your funnel. The next strategy I want you to start using is to always, always, always be selling. Now, I know you're listening to this and you're thinking, Brandee, I don't want to always be selling. I don't want to sound like a used car salesman. And I totally get that. The problem is that when you post on Instagram and you have a boring caption that simply tells them something like timeless romantic or beautiful barn wedding or Megan and Joe's big day, dreamy, that is not helping them to move forward in the next step in the buying process. And I don't know about you guys, but when I'm on Instagram scrolling, I need somebody to tell me what to do. Have you ever noticed that about yourself when you're a consumer? Like when you're on Instagram or you're on any social media app, you tend to just see a pretty thing and you're like, oh, that's pretty. Let me move on to the next one. Like you think about it to yourself, but you don't actually do anything. But if the caption said, double tap if you agree, or share this with an engaged friend, or save this for later, or comment services and we'll send you our pricing. Those are all things that are gonna remind somebody that there's another step in the buying journey, that there's another step in engaging more with you. This is so massively important because when we're scrolling, it's typically like at a red light or at a checkout counter or in bed late at night. People aren't scrolling when they're fully alert. So you have to tell them what you want them to do in that next step in the buying journey. Sometimes that's all the way to book a consultation with us, right? That's the next step in most of our buying journey. But sometimes that feels like too big of a leap. I told you that people can sometimes be on your profile for months before they actually reach out. Sometimes you want to give them a more simple call to action like double tap. Right? Double tap, that's an easy one. Don't let them forget to double tap. That shows that they're engaged. It's also going to tell the algorithm that they liked your content and to keep showing your content to them, right? Another one would be share with an engaged friend. This is a simple one. They might not be engaged, but they have a friend who is, and that friend is like, yes, thank you so much for sending this to me. Another one might be save this for later. Again, going back to the fact that they might be following you for months, even before they're engaged, right? They're following lots of wedding vendors before they're even engaged, and they're creating boards, kind of like Pinterest, over on Instagram. So when they do get that ring, when they do get engaged and they're ready to book your service, we want to make sure that they've got you saved. So saying save for later, again, this is also telling the algorithm that they like your content, so to keep serving it back to them. And the highest level of engagement is, of course, to book a consultation. Now, you have two ways of doing this. You can say, book a time to chat with us by clicking the link in our bio. That's the most obvious, right? That's what most of us are doing, is click the link in our bio. You can also say, DM us for more information, right? DM us to chat more about your big day. These are really, really simple ways that you can get somebody fully engaged in the next step of buying with you. And that leads us into our last strategy, which you guys, I'm telling you, do not sleep on this strategy. It is the number one resource that Instagram is using this year to help people to actually start making sales off of their platform. They want you to stay in platform. They want you to be making sales. They want you to keep coming back and keep using the platform. So they're giving us the tools and resources to do that. So this last strategy is actually called Mini Chat, and it is a chatbot automation that works for you while you're sleeping or while you're at a wedding or while you're writing timelines or whatever else you're doing as a busy business owner. This chatbot is going to become your best friend, and it's so simple to use. I actually did a full behind the scenes tutorial on how to set this up 4 wedding pros and 3 very specific ways that you can use it to start filling your funnel with ideal leads this year. We're going to link that in the description below so that you can check it out and you can make sure that you're implementing this into your business right away to start making those sales. Okay, you guys, you know I love talking about Instagram strategy. It is absolutely my favorite. And I'm telling you, if you have a strategy, if you know what you're supposed to be doing with Instagram, if you know that it's actually driving sales into your business, it will become more fun again. It will stop being just this annoying task on your list, and you'll start to really see that return on investment of your time and energy being spent in having a very specific sales strategy on Instagram versus just throwing something up and hoping it sticks. That is not what we do as CEOs. That is not what we do as strategic business owners. We really want to make sure that every minute of our time is spent driving sales and growth into our business. You guys, thank you so much for joining me on this episode, and I will see you next time. If this video was helpful, make sure to check out this next video on exactly how to set up the mini chat strategy into your Instagram for 2024.